Greetings, fellow crafters. 'Tis I, your Hello Queen. Welcome back to my court. Welcome if you're new. I have a kit up that I need to do. I've recently come across a spring fling event, and I have a painting that I have been looking for an excuse to do. So I'm going to do this one. The spring to me is about growing animals and flowers. So I'm going to do that one that I picked up from Whim. Come on back and we'll get this one kitted up. Okay, so I'm going to do take 2 with my Zara sticker maker. And I'm going to go close that door because all I can hear is kids yelling at each other. They share a room and they're attempting to clean it. So of course that means non-stop yelling at each other over who's not cleaning and why. There is no single culprit. They're both guilty. So this poor thing has been beaten up. In order to keep my paintings flat, I store my diamonds separately. And for the longest time, they were all just kind of in a drawer, being shoved around whenever I needed to find something. And it was not terribly kind. To the inventory sheets. So you can tell by the label, this came from Whim. It was one of the ones that I got with the subscription for the diamond painting. Actually, I don't use those canvas numbers. We can lop those right off. There's a diamond painting club, not to be confused with Diamond Art Club, but a diamond painting club subscription box by Whim. If you go back in my back catalog, there's several videos of me receiving them. I ultimately stopped getting them because the paintings they would end up sending me would not be ones I would pick. And it was a lot of money to get paintings I was kind of meh about. Now this is one I kind of like. It's not my typical style. It's going through all of my paintings going, no, that's fall, that's macabre, that's not spring, that's winter. Trying to find a painting that exemplified spring, even if it is just spring to me, was actually kind of difficult. Because mostly in spring, I'm just happy winter's over. I didn't. Where did it go? Did I just recycle? I did. I need this. This is super small compared to the one that I got from Craftably. It's like, I think I see that. I've worked in a couple of these. They're so similar to Evershine and Huracan that they have to come from the same manufacturer. They do have the Whim branding on them. That went through a little better, I think. So burnish this down. And then peel up the sticky. Maybe peel up the cellophane. And it decided it wanted to split. That wasn't cool. Come here. get that half of it off. Okay, so the clear cover is off. So now I have this wax backing and a sticky inventory sheet. So I'm going to very carefully try and cut these to just past where the inventory sheet is, but not through the rest of the backing. So I have effectively a bunch of little flags. And then I can peel the stickers up individually. As I find them, because these aren't in little strips, they're in baggies. So I'm not going to find them necessarily in order. And all they have on them is the canvas number. I knew I should have left the canvas number on. I'll have to go off of the key on the canvas. Now this collab is put on by Diamond Painting Fanatics, which is a UK, I'm guessing by the accent. I heard of it through Cal's Crafts. I was like, let me go check that out. And she seemed like a genuine nice person from the videos I watched. And is doing this. This is going to go from March 20th, which is already passed. It's now the 29th. So I'm a little late getting started. But it goes all the way through to June 19th. So pretty much from the beginning of spring to the end of spring. So I figured even with a 40 by 50, which this is, I should be able to, in 3 months, eke out a painting. Now, if you are going to join this, you have to do so by the 11th. There's a form to fill out. I believe it, I have not filled the form out myself yet. I believe it requires a canvas picture. So, like a start picture. Now, the rules are pretty lax, but it does have to be a fresh start. There's no size requirement. There's no requirement for it to come from any particular company, which is why I'm using just something that I have in my stash already. And if you go into my calendar and find it there, my calendar is in the header of my blog, which is linked below. The calendar is in the header, so if you're on a mobile device, you may have to scroll all the way down to view on full and click the option that says view on full site or view as desktop. It depends on your phone what it's going to come up as. And then you'll be able to see the header. But it's just a Google calendar that's been linked in there. And in that link, there's links to, there's a listing of all of the events, including the Spring Fling, the dates, and there's a link to the video where she describes what the rules are. And I will endeavor to have those linked in the description separately. But in case I forget, they are in the calendar listing, which is on my blog. So this is going to be a slow burn one. It's not going to get the focus, but I am going to work on it alongside the other projects that I'm working on. Because I have my, and there we go. So that's all of the cutting I need to do. So now I'm going to use the same container that I was using for my Cheshire Cat. I'm missing a bottle. I don't know where the bottle is. It's around somewhere. But that's okay. So this can go away. I am done with that. I'm already loving that thing. But, okay. So this has got the canvas number and all the DMC numbers on there. That's good because I'd be screwed otherwise. The first couple of ones I got from Whim had all of the information. It had quantities, it had everything on these bags. But after a while, they started only putting the canvas number on it, and I really didn't like that. Because what happens if my kids decide to get in and just mix all my colors up? I would have no idea. No idea. And while they're old enough to know not to do that, they're not old enough to always make good decisions. Okay, so this is 23. 23 is 3722. 3722. No, not a lot of that one. That'd be 18. Would you make that 28? We've got some rivers in here. I don't remember seeing that when I unboxed it. 28, 38, 28. 38, 28. So I'm having the opposite problem I had with Craftably, and these ones are teeny tiny. They're going to be fun to read. They do, however, fit on my containers. There has to be a happy medium somewhere. $21. It's going to be T. Just 3354. $21. 3354. See, if I'd cut all the way through, then I'd have all these little shards of things that can fly everywhere. But because I've left sort of a hinge kind of thing, or left some parts connected. Okay, 6, 796. 6 is actually the number 6. It's handy. But this is a cute picture. I like cats. We had cats when I was growing up. I would like to get a cat again, actually, to be completely honest. So 4 is 550. Come here. Ever so graceful. $25. That's 35. So that must be 25. 3747. Very light blue. this is a 40 by 50. This was after I upgraded to a larger subscription. The main subscription you get doesn't have them this big. They have two what they call large paintings, which are 30 by 40s, which most of us who've been doing this a while start to think of as a snack size. So this is F919, 12, F919. A lot of the 3000s in this one. Oh, wow. Okay. Alrighty, well, since this doesn't have anything but the canvas number on it, I don't like that. I'm fine leaving this as it is, but I'm going to put a label on this that tells me what the DMC number is. Because that's far more universally applicable than the canvas number. 13 should be 921, which is right here. It's a little fuller than I normally like it, but I'd rather have them all in the pot than not, so good enough. Number 1 requires no introduction. It's 161, just this sort of blue-gray. $26, 3776. I just knocked that over, didn't I? I'm just the epitome of grace today. That don't make it in yet. Okay, 9 is 823, symbol A, which is a very, very dark blue. And a fairly popular color. Although this is not my normal, it's a fairly popular color in the paintings I get. This is not a normal subject matter for me. So, but like I said, I do like cats. And 2, we've already taken 1, so 2 will be 210. Which is a nice purple. This is 35 colors. This container holds 60 bottles. So I should have plenty left over. 10 is C827. There we are. So the collabs I'll be dealing with in the month of April. One is ongoing. It actually started in March. Is the Anything Mermaid along, which, entertainingly enough, I already have a kit kitted up for, and it just hasn't come up to do anything on it. But it goes till August, so I have time. And that's really full. Holy moly. Okay, 11 is D905. There you are. So that one's going till August. I've got time for that. That allows people who are doing crafts that aren't diamond painting to have time to get those crafts going, because some people are doing crochet crafts, some people are doing polymer clay, some people are doing stitching crafts. So there's a lot of stuff going on with that one. 35 is the very last color, 3865. The next long-term one that I'm doing is this one, which is going till June, which is the Spring Fling. It's actually called Spring Fling and Easter Things, and I did for a little bit think about doing that bunny one, but considering how many others I'm doing this month, I'm like, that one's really big. You know what? I think I might want to chicken out and do something a little smaller if I can find something that fits. And I did, so here we are. Then I have For the Love of Fandom, for which I am doing a 5-panel that I have not yet kitted up yet. 814. That's on my list to kit up. When I have kitted up is Get Your Big On, which is going for April and May. I'm doing Sunset Crossing from Craftably for that one. I kitted that one up the other day. Can't start that one till April 1st. Okay. You know what? That's really full. And since I have to have a bag anyway, let's tip some of that off. And give me a chance of not making a giant mess of that when I have to tip it into a tray. Okay. One more sticker on there. 29. 29 is 3838. 3838 with the pound symbol. Hashtag sharp. This one's going to be too full too. See it coming. That's okay. We can do this. And then Jeremy's Crafts is doing a Giddy Up challenge, which is anything to do with horses. So I have a partial Gothic horse, I've been calling it. That's 40 by 50 that I'm going to do for that. That should not take me too long, but that's only going for the month of April as far as I'm aware. So 5 should be 5632. And this should all fit in. There we go. 17. 970N. And then there is, I said to get your big on, that's going in for Land May. And that's basically any painting so long as it's at least 95 centimeters on one side. So I'm doing Sunset Crossing from Craftably. Then I have the For the Love of Fandom, which I'm doing an Avengers 5 panel that I have not kitted up. That's just for the month that, actually I think that even runs into May too. So the one I have to get done the fastest, get working on the fastest, is the Giddy Up Challenge, which I have not started, but that one's going to be a partial. I thought about doing Paint the Stars for that one. 14 is H945. But again, too many big paintings on the go. Because I still have my Heaven and Earth designs to do. Right. 9, 4, 5. Okay, 7. 7 should be also 7809. I'm going to need a sticker for that one for the bag because that's a very full bag of 809. Don't like filling them up too much past where the threads start, because then it becomes kind of awkward trying to get them into a tray without getting the whole bottle into a tray. So 809. I could technically put these in other bottles. I've got lots of bottles to put them in, but 18 is Q977. But I've already got them in bags, so I'm not too worried about it. 6 of one, half dozen of the other, really, at this point. Will that fit? Just. Okay. 977. 15 is J948. That one is about perfect. 16 is K950. Yeah, I've tried to use those storage boxes that I've bought and made over the last couple months to hold all my drills. So I have a clear bin that has my small projects. I have another clear bin that doesn't have a whole lot in it, that has all of the drills for primarily special shape projects that don't fit in a bin, like the Gothic horse that I'm going to be doing for the Giddy Up Challenge. Not a whole lot in that. And I put all of the circle ones in the one that I did with the moon. 20 all arounds. S3078. And it was really full, but they fit. And then I tried putting them all the squares in the other one, and I don't think I have more square paintings than I do round, but I do think that the ones that I have that are tend to be larger. Because that poor thing is like bowed out on all sides. It's become more round than a square box. It's so bad. 19 is R988. R988. 22 is U3371. This is going to need a sticker. 3371 is very popular. There's been no 310 in this. This is going to be what the painting is going to read as black then. And that happens in a lot of paintings. They won't use straight black. They'll use 3371 because it's got a brownish tinge to it, even though it's really darn close to black, to be the black in the painting to help warm up the tone of it. They do the same thing with 939 because it's a shade bluer than black. If they want to make the entire picture have more of a cool cast to it. So 3371. Okay, 27. Z. 3821. Yes, I will say I do like my sticker maker. It has made my kitting up life a lot easier. $33.55 ampersand. Whoa, too much. Let's pour some of that off. Lots of beiges in this. Must be a lot of beige in the kitties. $28.55. $31. 3859. 3859 question mark 31 31 question mark 3859. Okay. Second guess myself there. There's 3. Let's get 3 done. 3 should be 453. Yes. Yeah, lots of paintings. The only one I have to get done in April is the Giddy Up Challenge. 24. 14, 24 should be W3746. Now, if I end up getting a 40-hour-a-week job, this could really derail my diamond painting. Or depending on how busy it is, if it's call center work, I may be able to diamond paint while I work and get paid for it. I used to do that with coloring when I worked at the call center before. 32, 3860. And Emily had her doctor's appointment today. They took an x-ray and they said that the bone is still aligned where it needs to be, and normally at this point they would take off the cast that she's wearing and put a lighter fiberglass one on, but because of the nature of the break, they don't want to mess with it if they don't have to at this point, because if they mess with it and something goes wrong, then she could end up needing surgery. So they're leaving her for another week in the heavy plaster cast, which she's not terribly happy about. And then next Wednesday, so it's actually a little more than another week, we'll take her back in. So 33 was 3861. Please be right. Yes. 34 is 3864. Okay. Okay, so that's all my drills in there. Oh, and this is the one with the weirdo cut cover paper. I think I'll start from the bottom on that one. I normally start from the top. Is this landscape or? The keys on this side makes me think the whole painting's landscape. Okay, so let's take these bags and lay them in here. This is what I did with the Cheshire Cat at first. Okay, so D, C, so I'm going to get all the letters over here. Come on. K, N, Y. I know C and D are going to go in here. T, F, G, A. Fling, are you a B? You would appear to be a B. Unless you're an 8. You're an 8. There is no B. Okay. A, C, D, F, G, H, J. There's J. J, K, N, which is an orange. There we are. Q, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, should be an X somewhere. X, X, Y, Z, and then we go 1. And we start with numbers. It's the way I usually work. X, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is there a 9? There is no 9. Okay, and then we have random keyboard symbols. So we'll just start sticking them in. That's not a keyboard symbol. I suppose the yen is a keyboard symbol for some people's keyboards, but it's not mine. It's not on mine. And that's 35 colors. So these, I can fit a few in here. These are going to have to go in the containers. But that's it. That's all the drills done. Okay. Not bad. So that's all my drills. Now let's take a look and see what we can do with this canvas. Oh yeah, this is so messed up. That's full of rivers. That's probably from handling. I don't recall seeing them when they got here. That's just full of rivers. Okay. Time for the X-Acto knife. And the metal ruler, because I'm going to see if I can't pull some of this adhesive up. And I can take off this weird half piece. Of cover paper over here. I can move the whole cover paper down. This has been here since probably August or July, and it's now almost April. It's been in my house for the better part of a year. Now, all the craft stuff stays in the basement, so as far as temperature control, it stays relatively similar. If anything, it stays cold. Downstairs is usually several degrees colder than the upstairs. Okay, this is not coming up nicely. Can I lift it with the knife at all? Normally that's all I need to do is just score it. And then because the double-sided tape is so thin, it just starts to roll up. And then you can peel it off. This one's not playing ball though. I don't want to score the canvas too much. I mean, it's resilient, but alrighty. Well, if that's not going to work, next step is washi. If that's the way we have to go, then that's the way we have to go. Big old roll of silver washi tape. No, I don't even think this is technically washi tape, but it'll work for my purposes. Washi tape generally is paper tape made with washi kozo, or a similar type of paper, whereas this is not paper, this is the metallic tape. This is as rivered as it is now. It's probably better that it's going to get done now than wait any longer. Yeah, without that little bit. I think that may be because it had to put an extra little piece of I'm going to do something rather dangerous. Take that right off. I will be putting it back on, but I'm going to see if I can't straighten it out first. Because there's a seam in the double-sided tape right there. So I'm wondering if that's the problem. Because if I pull off that section of double-sided tape that overhangs the edge, then the rest of it will come with. And that is unique to this painting. I've never seen other painting like that. So, of course, that's the one that I work on. Oh, come on. Stay where it puts you, please. Okay. Come on. It's starting to roll up like it should, but then it just shreds. Okay. Yeah, this is not going to work. I've had it work before, but I don't recall if I had it work on a painting from this manufacturer before, which I strongly suspect is Who It Can. I got some paintings from Evershine, which is a Who It Can subsidiary, and they were packaged almost identically. The cover goes all the way up to the edge here, and there's a substantial lip here, so I should be able to put that cover back down. Just enough down that I can cover up all of the actual image. Not on the real field. You want it up to the edge of the real field. It's good and sticky. Up to the edge of the real field, but not on it. And there's almost no overhang on that side, so I'm going to leave that side for now. Now, when I put this down, I put it down so some of the washi is showing. I can get it all over the top. Okay. I don't think I have a big enough ruler. Okay, note to self, get a bigger than a 30cm ruler. I'll just leave it and cut my sections as I go then. And I'll press down my rivers. Let's cut my first section. And I'll lay the rivers down in it. Cut this as a stripe. Doesn't sound good. Okay. So hopefully, alright, I guess that's the size of my section. I'll fight with it as I go. So what I will do, I had this pen with a big old straightener on it. So in order to get these rivers out, you basically just score them. You want to score them through the adhesive and then use a straight edge to push the air out. Because all rivers are just thin, long bubbles. But if you leave them, then your drills won't sit right. So you want to cut them so the air has someplace to go and then scrape them so they sit flat. And that's going to be my first section that I'm going to work on. So thank you so much for joining me through all of the trials and tribulations of an interesting canvas. Like the video if you enjoyed it, share with your friends, subscribe if you haven't already. Check out the links that are in the description below, and I will see you in the next one. Keep it spooky, guys. Bye.